Okay, let's talk about this stuff right here, marijuana, because you may remember it became legal for recreational use in 4 US states, also the District of Columbia. That was last year. Well, now it also seems to have, the backing of star investor Peter Thiel, co-founder and former CEO of PayPal. He and his fund have decided to invest in Privateer Holdings. That's a marijuana company that owns several pot-related brands. Peter Thiel's founders fund was an early investor in Facebook and has current investments in the likes of SpaceX, Spotify and Airbnb. Interesting stuff. Let's go straight over to our very own Michelle on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Michelle, great to see you. And Michelle, I think it's fair to say there'd be many people out there who would say Peter Thiel is a man who knows what he's doing, so I can only assume this is not a dopey business to get into.
Oh, you couldn't resist it there, Aaron. People are paying attention to this because Peter Thiel really is the first big institutional investor, the first sort of professional money you've seen from an institutional investor going into the marijuana business. And you have to remember, to put it in context, this is still, after all, a business that's illegal in many states. You only have a handful of American states where it's legal for recreational use, and about some odd 20 states where it's legal for medical marijuana use. So this is a fledgling business. It's still sort of not very professional in the sort of sense of corporate branding and the kind of typical products you're used to. So on the one hand, there's a lot of opportunity. Clearly, that's what Peter Thiel and his fund are looking at and seeing at. And I guess part of the sort of fit is they're used to going into unconventional new businesses that sort of don't necessarily have a track record. That's what they bring to this investment. That's what they see as the opportunity. But again, there are risks. This is early days. There is always the possibility that legislation could go against, regulation could go against this business. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays up, and also what difference it makes when you have an institutional investor with a reputation like this getting in. Will others follow?
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm sort of wondering here. You mentioned early days, of course, fledgling industry, but I'm wondering if backing like this helps to, I don't know, legitimize it a little bit more, and whether or not we could see other states following suit to legalize it.
Well, I think, I mean, certainly that's the hope of these investors and the CEO of the company Privateer. I mean, if you look at sort of the press release from the fund, they've said that they think public sentiment is there, and therefore they think government policy will eventually follow. But you do have states, neighboring states of Colorado, who are looking at legal methods to try and get it overturned, saying they've seen an uptick in marijuana in their states as a result of the legalization in Colorado. So certainly this debate isn't over yet. You're talking sort of a long-term horizon. In fact, that's what the company has said. They don't see this as a short-term return. They're in there for the long haul.
Okay, we'll end it on that high. Thanks very much, Michelle. Ha ha!